Sister Barbara Mohammed. I'm currently living in Atlanta, Georgia. Before that, I lived in New York City. We've been married for 11 years.
I assume I am the one. Okay, yes. I am Brother Eric Mohammed, and I'm also from Atlanta, Georgia. And I met her 12 years ago, and we've been married for 11. And this was a blessing.
Okay. What did you learn at the marriage retreat?
Oh my gosh. I learned that that most of the problems that we have in marriage as a people, that there's solutions for them. And the solutions are not that hard if you know what to do. That was one thing I learned. And I also learned how to improve your marriages and in all different ways, including spiritually, and how to stay married.
Brother Eric?
In my case, it seems like it blew away some misconception that I had of the marriage retreat. Because when I heard of it, I thought it was for people who has trouble. Because I said, why do we have to go? Because we never had any problem. And I am to say, I am very pleased and very happy that I have come. Because I thought probably that we were already in heaven. But I found out how many people in the nation are struggling with some difficulties they have in their marriage. I was glad to share some of my experience with them, and I hope that can help solve some of the problems. So with that, it gave me a renewed spirit to invite even more believers, married couple in our home, so that we can discuss over certain things from time to time.
Okay. Would you recommend this retreat to other couples?
Oh, I definitely would recommend it to all married couples because every married couple can benefit from something in this, and I think it will help us to lessen divorces and other problems that pop up in some marriages in the nation.
Brother Eric?
Well, we know that marriage is an institution in itself. And the work that Brother Marcus and his wife, Sister Cecilia, are doing, I think is commendable. This is exactly what the minister probably would have loved from others. And they are becoming themselves an institution in the nation of Islam. Because when you can bring together what was falling apart, that's the work of a God. Because usually when things start falling apart, it's difficult to put that back together. And seeing how and knowing how also they struggle to make this happen, that is definitely commendable, and I pray that Allah continue to bless them with more and more success, and that finally the whole nation can embrace this marriage retreat the same way that the single people are embracing the single retreat.
And the final question is, what aspect of the retreat stood out most for you?
I did not hear the question.
What aspect of the retreat stood out the most for you? The best part?
Okay.
This is hard. Do you want to go first? Okay. The aspect I think that stood out most for me was to see a lot of the problems that people in the nation are having in marriages, and it was really wonderful that in this retreat they were able to offer solutions for the different problems.
Well, in my case, I would say when we were separated, that put the brothers together and the sisters together to discuss the common problems or to find solution to their problems. That in itself is an eye-opener, because the brothers were feeling more comfortable to ask the proper question that they need to answer. Because it seems like in the presence of the wife, they were intimidated to ask those questions in public, knowing that that could create even more trouble in the home. And by asking those questions directly, now they had direct answers to the problem. And this is something that should continue, not once a year, but at least once every other month or every 3 months, if not every month, where everybody can benefit from what those other brothers and sisters have benefited today.
And would you guys like to add anything?
I just want to add that we had a guest of a young brother, a single brother, who came to do some Dianetics techniques with us. And after experiencing what he experienced from the marriage retreat, he left here saying that he wants to find an MGT and get married. He was so impressed. And I think more single people need to be exposed to this so that they can feel better about getting married and not be so afraid.
And that's the truth. And also some of the brothers who were in the circle were afraid of being audited. And the fact that I myself I am a course supervisor, I was able to explain to them, and Brother Tony has done an excellent job. Minister Tony that I'm talking about, he has done an excellent job also telling them the side of, or the aspect of auditing. And I had to come on the course supervisor side to show them what they are missing. Because some people in the nation believe that the minister is wrong to send us to study Dianetics. But I have news for them, because they're talking about out of nonsense. They have no knowledge of what they're saying. And I praise Allah for allowing the ministers to send us there, because from there I'm seeing what we already had in the nation, but we could not access those treasures. And now it seems like out of those 17 million keys that the Super Wisdom taught us, I have found a few that can open up slowly some of those rusty locks that was in me. And through that I can really access other believers and to show them how this is vital. In the Holy Quran, Allah always talk about it says, except for my purified one. And I had to clear that word. And guess what? And I found out to purify means to rid yourself of guilt. And we are full of that.
He talks about
And also it said to clear. Isn't that the process that a Dianetics is supposed to do, or Scientology, when you're being audited? Is to be to a stage of clear. And when you clear, you are free of guilt. You have no problem anymore. So at that point, you can do the work of God as He asks you to do, because it's no longer your reactive mind or your emotion working up, or no those mis-emotion for that matter. So you acting based on the knowledge with scientific proof of what is to be done, and the time what must be done, and we are right there with what must be done. We are doing it, except that it is slow. But I am very hopeful that it can come to that point where we all can see the light. With this, I greet you with the greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum.
That was excellent.